Welcome or welcome back to the channel. Empath Divine Intuitive here. I hope all is well on your end. Happy Friday, or whenever you see this video, I just hope that it reaches you well. So this particular pick a card I'm going to be doing is very different. You are going to be seeing some pick a cards like this on the channel in the near future because I feel like it's very helpful here. Okay, so the title you have seen is what is keeping you stuck in life. Okay, so it is a 3 card pull, and the death card is going to be a major symbol in whatever pile you pick. You're going to see the death card in there, and it's going to be, what is keeping you stuck here. Of course, these are general readings, guys, so make sure you take what resonates. You can always get a personal read in this format to see what could be keeping you stuck, and with further guidance as well too. Informations to book with me with any type of readings will always be located in the description box and community tab. Okay, and for any lovely people that may have Cancerian and Sagittarius anywhere in your chart, feel free to look at my channel Fire and Water if you have not, because I just did a video like this for you guys individually for your signs. Okay, so take a deep breath, and choose from 3 of the symbols here. Okay, it will be either the moon for pile 1, okay, or pile 2, the key, and pile 3, the butterfly. All right, take a deep breath and go whatever symbol you see. But again, if you feel like stuck in between one or both or all of the symbols, then you may have a lot of things you need to know about what is keeping you stuck in your life and what you may need to do. Again, these are general readings. Take what applies to you, and I will see you on the pile you picked, and it will always be timestamps inside of the comment section. Okay, take care of yourself. So pile 1, you chose the moon here. We're going to see some possible messages that you may need to know about what is keeping you stuck in life here. So we're going to pull out the death card here in the middle for you guys. Okay, and we have the left side here. Okay, and this is going to be what you may need to leave behind here so you can no longer be in this stuck energy. And the death card is all about what you have to end so you can have your new beginning. Okay, and the right side is what you need to focus on. Okay, so you guys have on your left the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces being reversed here. And you also have the Hangman, okay? So some of you can have Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces somewhere in your chart, your moon sign. But immediately when I had looked at this King of Cups here, I feel like for some of you, what you need to leave behind here. For some of you, it could be a relationship. It could be a person. Remember, these readings are open to whatever that could be keeping you stuck in life, okay? Because yes, there could be, for some of you, there is a relationship still keeping you stuck. I say for a lot of people, when you do not heal from a past, or you still entertain a person or keep an energy inside of you that's not healthy, that will cause blockages for other things in your life here, okay? So again, general readings, take what resonates. For some of you, it could be someone in your energy that you're either still dealing with and entertaining with, and it's not healthy. It's affecting you. It's affecting your confidence. It's affecting your mental. It's really not making you happy here, okay? For others, it could be for your situation. It could be a job here. So it could even be a job here, something that is hindering you, something that's not letting you, bring out your full potential here. For others, pile 1, this King of Cups can even be your energy. All right, coming out reverse tells me that could be lack of confidence in yourself, lack of belief in yourself here, not trusting yourself here, not loving yourself here, and you could be feeling emotionally unfulfilled at whatever that you're doing here. Okay, and for pile 1, there's a number of things. I feel for some of you, pile 1, it could be everything that I just said. It could be people you're keeping in your energy here, relationships, friendships, families, things you need to cut the cords of and say the end to. But whatever you're doing, when you don't acknowledge what this is, okay, when you don't acknowledge it, because to be honest, even if the King of Cups is resonating for someone in your energy, this King of Cups is still going back to your energy here, pile 1. So it's still going back to this masculine energy. Perhaps you guys are pulling in a lot of feminine and not masculine, not really getting in touch with your emotional level on a confident level here. They keep saying breakthrough. I feel like they want you to break through something. They want you to show out with something here, okay? And honestly, I feel for some of you, because kings are usually very older. Kings are usually anywhere mid-40s and up. Some of you could be mid-40s and up that chose pile 1, but I feel like something's been hindering you for a very long time. Even for others, this can be something related to a father figure as well, too, in your life. There could be some trauma connected to a father figure. And then that, and connection affects you with your trusting skills and with your confidence skills and your belief system skills here, and that affects you in your everyday life here. Okay, so the right side here is what you need to focus on. And you guys got the hangman. So the hangman, a lot of times with the hangman, yes, it's about stagnant energies. It could be about delays and blockages. But more further in with this hangman is that this person can unravel themselves at any given time here. A lot of times this hangman put themselves in this position here. If they put themselves in this position, they go, well, if I stay like this, then nothing can happen to me. If I stay like this, then I don't have to do anything. You get what I'm saying? His hands is tied, his feet's tied. That means he's in a still energy. He doesn't have to do anything. So I feel like what you need to focus on here, Pile 1, is you need to start putting more focus on yourself. You need to examine this past situation, whatever this is that's affecting you, not ignoring it, not pretending that it's not there. Hoping that if you ignore the problem, it'll go away. Because I do feel, Pal, when you do have major blockages with whatever it is you're trying to manifest and create in your life here. And again, if this has something to do with a relationship, this has something to do with trauma, with family, anything of that sort, that is going to hinder whatever it is you're trying to make happen here. And I do feel, Pal, when you're very stuck in your life right now, you have major blockages, you keep finding yourself hitting dead ends after dead ends, and that's because you keep going around in circles with whatever the situation that needs to end here. It's something that is overshadowing who you truly are, and you need to examine it. So I do feel, you got to cut this cord. Usually on other traditional tarot cards, they would show like a string or something around the man by a tree or whatever the case may be, whatever he's being attached to, or anything for that matter. But it will show that it's so thin to the point he couldn't unravel himself from it. He's not really tied to it. Okay, so I do feel ways you need to just focus is on yourself here. And what's really interesting, what I just noticed, and I just peeped it just now here, if you notice, the hangman is number 12 and the death card is 13. So that makes a lot of sense. But in this particular read, I wanted the death card to be in the middle. But it's interesting. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it tells me right here in this energy, there's something you're ignoring and overshadowing here. It's something you're not, you're trying to bypass it. But remember, the hangman comes first before the death card. So it's like you have to unravel yourself. You have to release yourself from something first and acknowledge it in order to make peace with it, to let it go here. Okay? And these are one of the biggest reasons why you're keep being stuck in life with the same situation here. I feel like it's because, again, with the death card, it's about making peace here. He's holding the Anikit, and that in Egyptian is about peace. It's about peace here. So it's something you're not making peace with. Okay, it's peace with others, peace within yourself here, but it's time. And if you don't do it, this will constantly hinder blockages. Okay. Alrighty, Pal 1, I hope that resonated. And even the Pal you picked, the moon. Some of you could be, like I said, Pisces or Cancer, or have Pisces or Cancers in your moon sign, but the moon here is, it's about truth here. It's about revealing things here. It's about facing fears here. So I feel like it's time for it, okay? Hope that resonated. Bye for now. All right, for those who chose Pal 2 with the key here, we're going to see what could possibly be keeping you stuck here. So the death card we put right here in the middle to start it off here. The left side is what you need to leave behind. You have the Strength card reversed, and the right side is going to be what you may need to focus on to put something to rest here, okay? All right, so you have the Strength card, Leo energy, okay? Some of you can have Leo in your chart, Leo in your moon sign here, but it came out reversed here. So I feel a lot of you need to leave a situation behind. I feel like there's a major situation. There's something that definitely happened in your life. It could have been recently. It could have been in the past here. But I feel like it left you with a hole in your heart. It left you not feeling confident of yourself here. The Strength card is all about determination. It's definitely about confidence here. Strength is not only just the physical state, it's the mental state as well too. I also feel some other things that a lot of you may have an issue with is that lack of asking for help. I feel like you need to open up more and ask for help for people, because I am picking up, Pal 2, that you're very an over independent person. There's nothing wrong with being independent by all means, but I feel like it became a coping mechanism for some of you guys in your childhood or how you were raised. I feel like some of you, Pal 2, were either the firstborn or the middle child, but you still have this old soul about you that you always had to pick up the slack for everybody else. So I feel like that led you to feel like there's no such thing as you asking for help. It's a sign of weakness for you. Again, I feel like these were things that were implanted in your mind when you were young, and it created some type of belief system in your head to make you feel like asking for help is, a weak. It means you can't do things. It means you're not educated. So I do feel for some of you, this Strength card reverse can be lack of confidence, lack of faith. It could be your limiting belief systems and lack of help here. But again, also I do feel it could have something to do with something that happened to you in your past, or something with a situation here, okay? And I do feel like one of the main things you need to focus on leaving behind is, to feel like you can't reach out to people. It's like I hear this I could do bad all by myself kind of vibes here. And listen, there's nothing wrong with being independent. It's nothing wrong with doing things on your own, but I feel like you really need to reach out here, because I feel like there is something you're dealing with, and you've been dealing with it very long here. And sometimes you have this energy that you feel like no one understands you, or you feel like help is not available for you. 1111 showed up, but it's within reach here, okay? So I do feel there is something, could be for some of you, something very traumatic that happened in your childhood that made you feel this way. If it's this energy, I feel like you always feel like you have to have a cape on 24/7. Some of you pal too could be a mother. You could be single parents here, and it's like you can't be vulnerable, and that's what I'm picking up too. Something you need to work on is it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not, if it gives me this energy that some of you are suppressing your emotions and suppressing your feelings here. You feel like it's literally a crime for you to feel sad and for you to cry and let things out. It's only, hindering you. I do feel like a lot of you put on more responsibilities than you can chew, okay? The right side here is what you need to focus on. And we have the Nine of Cups. You need to focus on yourself here. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, but it's also a self-care card here. It's all about taking care of yourself here. It's all about putting yourself first here, not neglecting yourself. I feel like some of you mask your feelings in work. It's like some of you, I feel you have they're saying a high level of stress, your high level like anxiety. You have, how can I say this? It's like high level depression. Now, if you look up those meanings about that, and remember, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not trying to diagnose anybody. If I'm saying some of these things, feel free to look it up and talk with a doctor about it, okay? But some people with high level depression, it's like nobody knows that you have it. You're the life of the party. You help everybody. You over help everybody. You be overbearing, protective here, and soon as someone could send something and say, hey, are you okay? You all right? It's like you immediately mask it. Yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. Like, and you may put a joke behind it, or you just try to nix it into something else, or nix it into someone else's problems. And that's because you always had to be like that independent person here. It became a coping mechanism here. So I do feel like you have to put an end to that, because it is affecting you. I feel like it's affecting you in your everyday life here. It's affecting you with, trusting your own self here. It's affecting your health in some type of way, I feel too here. So, you really need to just focus on yourself here. You really need to put in more time with you. Self-care is very important here. I feel like some of you don't even apply self-care to yourself. And when I say self-care, I'm talking beyond going to the salon or barbershop or something like that, or getting a manicure, getting your nails done. That's part of it. I'm talking about inner self-care work, meaning to nurture and speak to the soul and the inner child here, okay? Really putting yourself here first and not neglecting yourself. And it's like when you do that, first of all, before you even can start taking care of yourself, you have to make this acknowledgement with yourself that we have a problem here. When I say we, I'm meaning you, your higher self, and your inner self. You guys are not aligned. And that's causing you to not really trust yourself here with things you want to do. So you have to acknowledge that, and you have to get to the root of the problem about when this happened, when did these triggers happen, when did I do this, what is some unhealthy coping mechanisms that I do to you do it like that. It has to be that acknowledgement. And it's like once you acknowledge it, then you could be able to make peace with it and bury it and move forward. Okay, so that is for you, pal 2, and I hope it resonated in some type of way for you. I feel like your key here, this kind of feels like it's time for you to open up this door that you keep a lock on about what you're going through. And once you get all the rubble and the junk and everything out of it, and you clean it out, you lock that door and you open up your new door of happiness. That's how I feel what the key symbolizes. Okay, bye for now. Pile 3, this is for you guys if you chose the butterfly here, and we're going to see what could possibly be keeping you stuck in your life here. So we are going to start with the middle card, which is the Death card here. And on the left side, it's going to be what you may need to leave behind. You have the Page of Wands here, and we have the Three of Swords here. But for your reading, it's going to be a little different. They don't want this here. They want the Page of Wands to be what you need to focus on, and they want the Three of Swords to be what you need to leave behind. Okay, so y'all, they immediately wanted that to be switched up here. Okay, all right. So the Three of Swords here, you know, this card definitely speaks volumes, even looking at the artwork of this card. And I'm very interested, and I had this card for probably over 2 years, but you know, I didn't pay attention to this here. I always looked at the tears, but I never looked at the right. I'm a lefty, so I'm saying right because I'm a lefty. So the right side, I never really paid attention to how this has no tears. I feel like you guys are masking your emotions up a lot. I feel like you guys, like, you see how she's with this door closed and she's crying. I feel like you don't let the outside world in and really let people know what you're really going through. You have a high coping mechanism with stress. You know, you can withhold things, but deep down inside it's hurting you, it's killing you. You know, you really need to let this out. I feel like your soul is trying to let you know, like, just like how this Death card look, that we need to be free. If you look, the third crown, the crown chakra of the brain is being open, and it's letting out all this energy here, all this past here, so that you could be free. And if you look at the card again and you reverse it, well, kind of reverse it, you don't really have to, but this is the person's higher subconscious. So it seems like you guys are having a battle with your negative subconscious and connecting with your higher subconscious here. I feel like you guys, your judgment is clouded a lot. This Three of Swords definitely tells me you definitely need to do some inner shadow work. You definitely need to heal your heart here. There's something traumatic that you guys have been dealing with. You're not really speaking to anybody about it. And I highly suggest for some of you Pile 3 that you need to open up and speak to a therapist, a psychologist, or a trauma counselor, something. Because I do feel there's something behind closed doors you're not really letting people know. And like I said, with this teardrop, I feel like when you're alone, you and the soul, you're crying. But when you're out, you're like being okay, you know. For others, I mean, this can just be you guys are having a hard time with accepting, you know, the end of a relationship. You know, it could be the end of a relationship and you just can't accept it, you know, the end of a marriage here. Or for some of you, it could just be your stress, like what you've been going through in your life here. Again, instead of bottling it up and finding unhealthy coping, you know, codependency things to do, you need to do healthy things. And the first thing is being okay to realize that you're not okay. You know, the first thing is admitting, and then it's accepting, you know. So you have to acknowledge that you're not okay. It's okay for you to not be okay. You know, it's kind of giving me the vibe when some people do I forgot the word, they call it toxic positivity, you know, what people make you feel like, and you could have somebody in your energy Pile 3 that's doing that to you, you know, or maybe you're doing that and it's just like, oh, it's not good to cry. It's okay. Don't cry. Stop. I hate when people tell people don't cry. How are you going to tell somebody what not to do with their emotions? They have to let that out. And that's the same thing for you. If you want to cry it out or yell it out, scream it out, let it out. But I always tell people do things safely that doesn't harm you or anyone else. So I do feel that these are one of the things you have to work on leaving behind, but you have to examine it. You can't just like nix it off, because I feel like you have been nixing things off. It's kind of like for some of you with the Three of Swords, it's on one of my tarot and oracle cards, and usually with the Three of Swords they show a heart, and the heart is broken in the middle, and then it's kind of like you're just putting a band-aid over it instead of properly treating it, you know, treating the wound, taking out whatever that's in there, and then, you know, sewing the heart back together, and then taking the steps to get the heart back strong again, right? That's like someone has heart surgery and you get out the hospital and the doctor's telling you don't do heavy exercise, start all easy, and you're already running 10 miles lifting weights up after you literally just had heart surgery. What can happen? You could relapse. And it could be 10 times more worse. So it's kind of like that in analogy, Pile 3 here. It's like it's no longer time for you to put band-aids over it. And then, because what's happening is like you're piling up more stress. Some of you also could be dealing with a loss for someone as well too. Or it could be someone, a parent or someone you lost, and you don't know how to grieve. Like maybe you're not sad, maybe you're angry because you're pissed off of what they did to you, and you have to let that go. Some deep-rooted work here, guys, that you're going to have to work on here. It's time for you to make peace with a situation so that you can be free here. Okay, All right. The right side is what you need to focus on. And we have the Page of Wands. You know, the Page of Wands is confidence here. Page of Wands is about good news here. Okay. Also, I feel too, they're telling you to stop beating yourself up, and every accomplishment is an accomplishment. I feel that's another thing you guys do. You guys tear yourself down. You're your own worst critic. But again, it can lead to how you were brought up to believe that way. Okay, so with this Page of Wands here, it's really time for you to start working on yourself, repairing yourself. You need to work on your root chakras here. You need to work on all your chakras, but I feel like it needs to start with your root chakra here, your confidence. You need to get to the root of the problem that is, though, that's making you feel out of whack here. You know, I feel like you no longer should ignore what happened to you. You need to acknowledge what happened to you. You need to acknowledge what happened to your past here. I feel like some of you just go, whatever. It already happened. What can I do? Which is true. It happened already. But I feel like you need to, instead of trying to run past it, you really need to sit and look at it and write about it and really express how you feel. And if you feel angry while you're saying it, say it. If you want to cry, cry. And it's like once you let all this negative energy out, then it's like, okay, now we can work on myself here. What can I do to better myself here? So I do feel you guys need to definitely work on some healthy, healthy things to do for the mind, body, and soul here. Maybe some of you need to reach out to a coach, a life coach here, a mental coach here, something of that sort here. Reach out to, like I said, some therapy if anything if needed. But it's really time for you to definitely work on your confidence. And also, I feel too, you need to work on doing things that's going to make you happy, because for others, it could be stress about a job that you want to leave from that's not, it's hindering you. It's not, for some, I'm hearing belittling, but it's not representing you. So this can be major things that keep making you stuck in life here. And I feel like once you acknowledge what you feel and once you examine in front of you what's going on, you could be able to move forward. Okay. Yeah, and I just feel like, again, you choosing this butterfly symbol is kind of similar to this fly here, but it's really time for you to spread your wings here. I feel like you're at a standstill. It's like you have your wings, but you don't know how to flap them yet, and the way how to learn how to flap is with guidance here, okay? So definitely, Pile 3, a lot of you need to do some major self-reflection and major inner shadow work so you could be able to remove what is stuck in your life, okay? Hope this resonates. Bye for now.